All right, chat. Well, like I said, I want to sim one more season tonight, at least up to the draft, before we do anything road to the show related. Really quickly, obviously, we messed around with the rosters quite a bit a minute ago. I just want to see if there is anything I can do to further optimize here so that nothing is broken. Why do those jerseys remind me of Free Willy? Good question. Good question. I kept Jordan Sprinkle on my team, but whatever. He's in AAA. I'll call him Maya up to the majors. And we'll drop Patterson down to single. AAA now has too many people. Oh, God. It sucks to have to fix these again, but 2, 3... we'll get Granger as the 4th. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so we can drop Forrest. And then AA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll drop Forrest all the way down to single. There must be one more pitcher that's causing trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. AAA is 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, and 6. AA 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it's starters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. AAA is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll drop Guerrero down to AA. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 with Valdez. So McBride is going to go down. So like I said, it's a shame I have to touch up the rosters, but I want to make sure it doesn't do anything stupid, which it might because of those Rule 5 picks. Sam Rosen, get Flores in triple, 2 guys there in double. Hate to have to fix this up, but when the AI just randomly decides, hey, I know you just fixed your roster, but this is how you wanted it, right? And it's like, well, no, it's not. Oh, well, we fixed it for you. It's like, thanks, game. You're great. You're very great. Don't change shit for me for no reason. So Halpin was supposed to go down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 with Cordova. AA is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's just one more pitcher. You guys had a starter, JP Sears. Oops, he was supposed to go down to single. There we go. All right, rosters are good. Let's see what the hell is going to happen this year. I know you were interested in your budget. I could have just hit it from there. But, yeah, you guys have $13 million in available money this year. Primarily for the reason that, again, you're not paying anybody over $50 million. So that helps a lot. Maddie, take it easy, by the way. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. You're going to miss the magic of Gavin Lux. And for the record, the Mermen have $14 million available. The budget might get absolutely brutalized. We'll see what the hell happens. Paying frickin' Kim a hell of a lot of money, but you know what? I can afford it. Kind of. Let's go, Mermen. Our first season in our new home in Atlantis. And all right, scouting for the very first time. Let's look at chat's team here. I mean, however you guys want me to handle the scouting, I can. We talked about this before. I mean, given that you have a top 5 pick, it'll be like, okay, what are your biggest needs? And then just look at the top dudes projected in the draft to see which one you actually want to get. In terms of what you need, catchers are not really. You have Duarte, you have Jeff Long. You don't have like a top-notch catching prospect, but you do have 2 guys who will take a while to develop, but will eventually make it. So that's not the most pressing issue. First base, you're fine. You got Vladdy, you got Adams. I mean, if anything, then catcher could be moved up to kinda compared to first base is not really. Second base, I also think second base is a kind of. You don't have a project second baseman. You did sign Gavin Lux, but you don't have anybody to build around. Third base, you have John Slaughter. I'd put third base in the kind of category as well. He's not going to be your long-term solution unless he gets that B potential back. Shortstops, you got the Spo. You also have Miles Naylor. Yeah, that's in a kind of as well. You know, Spo might make it, but he is 20 already. Left field, you need, you need a left fielder badly. Center field, you have Floyd Horton, Scott Maloney. That's also in the kind of category. And then in right, you have Soto, but nobody behind him. So, I mean, the vast majority of the team is still going to be in that kind of category. And then obviously pitching is always a big thing. You guys are looking pretty good in terms of starters, but it looks like left field and relief pitching is probably the best way for you guys to go right now. If there's any disagreement on that, let me know, but that's how we'll set it up for the first couple weeks here. And then what you want to look at from there is totally up to you guys. So, and then for the Mermen, I am going to go for the initial discovery weeks, as I did last season. That seemed to work out relatively well. The one thing we didn't do was set up the trade blocks, by the way. So for me, and pretty much for you guys, I mean, the best thing to do is just to throw your top prospects and players onto the list immediately, just to see what the offers are. So let me know if there's anybody you specifically are just like, nope, under no circumstances do I even want to see what the offers would be. Let me know if that's the case, but yeah, I'm just going to get a lot of my guys onto the list and see what happens from there. There might be a couple trades to make. I actually can't add anybody else. I'll focus on the top three starters there, the veterans then. So let's see for chat. We also didn't optimize the scouts. I knew I was forgetting to do certain things. So for you guys, let's see. Obviously, at 87,000, scout has to go. Sean Kelly is a pretty damn good scout. There you go. It's quick and easy for you guys. Whoops. And then the trade block. So again, like Duarte, Long, if you can trade these guys to shortcut the process, why wouldn't you, right? Jeff Adams. Honestly, even Vladdy. Like, if you get a good enough offer for Vladdy, it's at least worth, considering. I think Yeager with that D potential would get you guys anything. But, if there are trades to be made, look towards making them. See, honestly, I think that's chat's challenge right now is see Kershaw's hurt. Shoulder tear. I think that's chat's challenge is to see just how fast you can win this damn thing. How fast can you win this thing? For me, it's how many years does it take me to not be the worst team in my division? I had a shitload of scouts disappear on me, unfortunately. Let's go down to like 95. I want a pretty well-balanced approach if I can get it. Can I get said well-balanced approach? Let's see. Not the best efficiency in the world. Caitlin Pollock isn't bad. $6,000. Anybody else I can upgrade here? There we go. That works. All right. In terms of scouting then, for week number 2. Oh, it's because I fired the other scouts, so their report disappeared. Hopefully that didn't fuck anything up then. find outfield international. I fell to 5th. I had top 2 lottery odds, and I fell to 5th. This game hates me. There's no way that guy falls to number 5. There's no way. The next freaking Hideki Matsui, for fuck's sake. There's no way. Oh my god. The next player available is relief pitcher Ichiro Amasa, who might also be up there. I can't believe it. I cannot believe the number 1 projected player is from Japan, and I'm probably not going to get him. There's no way he falls to number 5. Yeah, I don't get Jamaica either. That technically counts as a part of North America. Well, I hate everything. I fucking hate everything. Maybe he drops in the rankings. It's my only hope. It's my only hope. As unlikely as it is. I can't believe that just happened. I cannot believe my luck is that bad. That the number 1 player is actually from a country that I could draft them out of. And there's no way he's going to fall to me because dude, there's no way. There's no way this guy's falling to me. Look at these numbers. Look at that. On 80% scouted, look at that. There's no way he doesn't go first overall. There is simply no way that he doesn't go first overall. Oh, what a year to lose the lottery. He's going to be a Gold Glove winner with excellent contact hitting. I called him the next fucking Matsui. He might be the next Ichiro. I am heartbroken right now. Absolutely heartbroken. I'm going to fully scout him out. I'm going to take that approach this year of just looking at the top dudes. I wish I could get that guy out of Jamaica. There's Hideo Yokoyama, a center fielder. Might be decent. He's 18. Looks like there might finally be some freaking Japanese talent. There's also starting pitcher Charles Orozco out of Venezuela. I'm devastated right now. I'm so fucking mad that I lost that lottery. For you guys, it'll be looking at the final few closers. You'll have to let me know what you want to look at next. Do you want to start looking at some of the positions? The specifics of the 3 that you needed, left field, reliever, closer, and then look? I mean, you guys got to let me know what you want to do here. There's no way he falls to me at number 5. There's no way. And the problem is you guys technically aren't even allowed to like draft him and then trade him to me because you're not allowed to draft him. I'm devastated. Look at this guy's full attribute card on 100% scouted. I cannot fucking believe this. This could be one of the best players we've seen generated in this game so far, and I can't take him. He's going to go first overall. Easily. Easily going to go first overall. I'm not allowed to manually trade. A team would have to offer him to me. William Shin, the shortstop, out of Chinese Taipei. also available. I'll keep looking at these guys. And then you guys, of course, are looking at your closers. Okay. So for chat, if I'm not mistaken, the word was, hey, look at left field. Let's see who's out there. So you guys know Yamazaki's out there, but you can't draft him. I know Chinese Taipei is Taiwan. So in the first round, there's Josh Dickerson, Chris Fabregas. So worth looking at those two. And Rafael Sanchez. So there's 3 left fielders available to you guys that are all projected in the first round. So those will be 3 good players to look at. And then for me, I'm going to keep these guys here until they're fully scouted. I mean, it does look like I have some other decent options. It's just not going to quite be the caliber of that dude that's going to go first overall. But yeah, someone like Charles Orozco, he'll be a decent silver medal if he even falls to me. He might not. He might not, unfortunately. I am just so prepared to be absolutely devastated when I can't draft that guy. Another Mainer. Netherlands catcher Jeffrey Worth. He's been in the draft the last couple of years. No one's taken him. Literally, I get 1 catcher in this draft. First base, Venezuela, Alex Reyna. I don't get Mexico. I don't get the Dominican. Mario Acevedo. Also available. Look at those guys. And for you, Chad, a look at those left fielders. One of them, Josh Dickerson, looks like he's probably worth the risk. Not so much with the others. Let's see what relievers and closers were listed as potential first-round talents. It'll be those 3, Small, Munoz, and Parker, all of whom are eligible. All right, 13 wins for the Mermen this year. 70%'s pretty good in terms of info. I'm going to look at Acevedo a little bit more. He doesn't look that good. Doesn't look that good. Mexico, Venezuela for Reyna. Just looked at him. And then back to Reyna. K-Town, what's going on, man? Oh, I got a second base here. Venezuela, Frank Reyes. K-Town, this game's trying to kill me. That's how it's going. This game is actively trying to kill me. Third base. Do I have anybody at third base? Kazuhiro Yamazaki was also in last year's draft. Watching Draymond Green. Did it happen again? I saw what he did last, not last night, the other night. Did he fucking lose his mind again? It's Draymond. I mean, when does he not? Closer, Cyrus Reyes, Griff Almanza, Derek Hope. All right. Let's see, at least Japan's becoming a country for you in the draft this year. That's true. It is true. Keep Frank Reyes in there. It's back over to third baseman. Venezuela, Brian Nunez. Whoops. Let's see. Third baseman, Brian Nunez. And then who else do I have, if anybody, for third baseman? Just Yamazaki again. Okay. Shortstops. Chinese Taipei, William Shin. I already looked at him a lot. Shout out to Taiwan. Thomas Takahashi. Out of Japan. So second, third, and short are the focuses right now. Let's see, are there any other first round projected closers? The high end for you guys? No. So Chad, at this point, do you disagree with the idea of just, hey, scout the dudes at the very top of the draft that you're eligible to take to try and round out who you want to take third overall? You also had the 40th pick in this year's draft as well, and 41st. So, I mean, you're set up pretty well in this draft class. All right. So out of Ohio, starting pitcher Matthew Harmon. You got Joaquin Rodriguez out of Mexico. And Andy Valentin. So starter, second, and short. Be the setup for you that week. Oh, man, I am so nervous for this draft because I cannot possibly get my hopes up that number one dude's going to fall to me. There's just no way. All right, I need to look at other shortstops here. Do I have anybody? Venezuela for Alonso Ortega. And also... yeah, both teams are still in a position of needing help wherever they can get it. I also got Chu Yan out of South Korea. And for you guys, you know, Andy Valentin was looking like a little bit of a bust. Let's see who your scouts now have as the top players in the draft. They still really like Harmon, as they should. I mean, he's pretty much going to be Major League ready. They still really like Rodriguez. Dickerson's looking good. Griff Almanza. There's third baseman Buddy Fitzgerald. Pedro Hernandez out of Mexico, so he's also yours. And Juarez out of the Dominican. So third and starter. Continue to scout the top-rated guy for your team, and then I'm good to go. Skip another week. 17 wins for Atlantis this year. Make it 21. It's all about the draft, though. All right, I pretty much know about Ortega and Takahashi. I still need to scout out Chu Yan for a little bit. So back to shortstops. Is there anybody else? I have information on Ortega. I have information on Takahashi. William Shin. Left field. I don't even like looking at this guy because I know I'm not going to get it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to cry on stream. It's fine. Daniel Chavez out of Venezuela. Anybody else? Puerto Rico, Dominican. There's going to be nobody else. Center field. Japan, Yokoyama. Already looked at him. Germany, Luke Gehringer. So shortstop, left, and center. Could go unsigned. That's my only hope, honestly. But I doubt it. All right, let's see who else at the top of the board for you guys here that you don't have too much info on. Of course, you can't get Yamazaki, hence why we're not scouting him. There is Gregory Gelman, catcher out of Michigan. Also, starting pitcher Corey Biggs out of Pennsylvania. And Jess Berg, another catcher. This could be a good year for a catcher edition for you guys this year. Month away from the draft. Pretty much got the info that I need on these guys at 65%. So I'm moving fully to center field. Venezuela. DeMarcus Hinson of Venezuela. Duncan Saunders of Venezuela. Panama is not eligible. And Anthony Chow out of Japan. So it'll be all center fielders for me this week. For you guys, just keep chipping away at that top projected list. Adrian Wilder and right. Andy Sanguien. And then Nick Napier. All of those guys are available. So right field and second base will be the focus this week. We continue. I haven't been this nervous for a draft in a long time. Like what it could mean for this team. We're doing the draft tonight. We are doing the draft tonight. Have no fear. I don't really need to look at those guys anymore. Anthony Chow. I can get further information on you. Back to center field. Dominican, Canada, Mexico, Germany with Gehringer. I already was looking at him. Yokoyama, sending them off to right. What have we got in right? So far, nobody. Dutch Richard Heller, old Dick Heller. And Reggie Sabell in the right field. I still don't think. Have I looked at pitchers? I don't know if I have, based off of the strategy. So this could be interesting for me. A little bit down to the wire. Let's see who you guys have here. It's at least over 50%. Adrian Wilder was 18. He's definitely still worth looking at. Anybody else under 50%? Nick Napier. These are the younger guys, like the 18-year-olds that take forever to find info one. And then Keith Fink. So starters, second, and right field. Yet again for chat. Southern Leagues, first half of the season's over. 13 days out from the draft. 13 days. Do I have anybody else in right field that is worth it before I start scouting pitching? Sabell, Heller, Dominguez out of Panama. All right, what do we got? 2 weeks left. How do I want to do this? I might as well see how many pitchers I actually have. I already looked at Orozco. Canada for William Tanner. Bootstrap Bill Tanner. Sorry. Anyway. Who else do I got? Oh, God. Jared Hayes out of Germany. Barry Cox out of Venezuela. Son of a bitch. All right. Scout positions. International starter. International starter. Relief for the international. And then these two will do closers and he'll do relief again. That should work. Should work. For chat's team, again, just continuing to look at the best players available in this draft. Chris Suarez out of Cuba. I think you already know was boomer bust. Charles Orozco you can't take because he's out of Venezuela. Same for Yokoyama. Felipe Gomez out of Tennessee. And then Fred Martin. So 2 starters and a second baseman. That seems to be where a lot of the depth is in this year's draft, is with starters and second baseman. So you guys now have 18 wins. Wyatt Langford is a Yankee. I can't think of a worse sentence other than Yankees win the World Series. For George Lombard Jr. and Brock Selvage, Wyatt Langford's off to the Yankees. You hate to see it. You absolutely hate to see it. All right, who else? There's no way I'm getting Yamazaki. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. Again, you can't go for Orozco or Yokoyama. DeAndre Cruz. Projected 19th. William Shin out of Taiwan. Sean Snyder. When do you pick? I have the 5th pick. Or like the 6th. We had top 2 odds. You guys ended up 3rd. I ended up like 6th. Like I'm totally boned. Starter, reliever, first baseman. I am like completely and utterly boned. It's the final week of scouting. Here we go, chat. You ready to be able to go full Simpsons and see my heart break in slow motion? It's time for the 2027 drafts. As Brian Abreu has been traded to Houston for Tyler Whitaker, Lawrence Dykes, and Ronald Valenzuela. Evan Phillips has been traded to Minnesota from Detroit for Sebastian Walcott and David Fernandez. Here we go. He's going first overall. It'll be my goal to get him at some point in this run, but it's not going to be in the draft. There's just no way. I lost the lottery badly. I have the 6th pick. You're at 3, Colorado and Toronto. There are 4 teams above me that can take him because you guys can't. Sign and trade at 3, agreed, really. That's the problem, though. I can't offer you guys anything. The only thing I could offer you would be to take, like, a contract. The only way I could do it would be to say, if in the future you had a bad contract, that I would be willing to take that contract and immediately buy it out so that you don't get punished, while also taking the player you want at 6. We'll see what happens. I would very obviously be willing to agree to those terms of I draft who you want at 6. Or, yeah, it could be a swap. The problem is, who the hell you guys get at 6 isn't going to be as good as this guy. The Rockies have the 1st overall pick. Fucking pray for me, chat. No. Why? Of all the fucking years to lose a draft lottery. Fuck my ass, chat. God. My only hope is that Colorado fucks it up and they don't sign him. I'm so fucking sad, dude. He's going to be insane. He's going to be absolutely insane. I knew there wouldn't be any drama either. I knew he was going first. Tino Colon starting. Jesus Christ, the Blue Jays went off the board for this guy. Holy shit. Tino Colon to the Blue Jays. That brings up chat. 3rd overall. There's a couple options, chat. Joaquin Rodriguez as a 19-year-old. Look at Matt Harmon. Guaranteed B in the 70s to start. So, I mean, there's Joaquin Rodriguez. There's Matt Harmon. Pedro Hernandez is like he is a guaranteed B at 21. You also have Josh Dickerson in left field. Looks like he could be a good power threat in the future. Ahmad Munoz. Looks like he could be decent as well. And then there's the closers who you probably don't want to take early. So chat, I mean, there's 2 starters, a reliever that you probably, again, don't want this early. 2 starters, a second baseman, a left fielder. Again, you need help in all of those positions. One more look at Rodriguez, 19 years old, projected to go 2nd. Still has a decent chance of being an A, but might be more of a project at 19. There's Harmon at 22, who's going to be a more complete project, but probably not A potential. There's starting pitcher Pedro Hernandez. Looks to be about the same, maybe worse than Harmon. And then there's Josh Dickerson, who complete boom or bust. So chat seems torn between Harmon and Rodriguez. Dude, genuinely, I think that guy that went 1st overall is going to be like a 90 overall. I'm not even joking. I genuinely think the 1st overall pick is going to be like a 90 overall. I'm not even kidding. Look at my team's scouting report on this guy. Okay, maybe not a 90, but like an 85. I genuinely think he's going to be an 85 A potential at 21 years old. I think he's going to be absolutely insane. Like, again, this was my team's scouting report on this guy. Insane. Absolutely insane. What a fucking year to lose the lottery, man. I had to end up top 2 because you guys couldn't take him. And I ended up fucking 6th. In terms of the vote, it's pretty one-sided for Harmon. So chat is going to go for the starting pitcher, Matthew Harmon. It's a good pick. Again, when it's this thing, it always shows them in their old uniforms because it's like pre-prepared, pre-rendered. 2 picks. Will either of these 2 teams screw me out of somebody else that's eligible? I'm so fucking mad. Yeah, Frank, I had to be top 2 and I wasn't. William Turner, who your scouts hated. My scouts hated because he was Canadian. And the White Sox take Mexican Joaquin Rodriguez. So at 6, I will at least get my backup plan, the Venezuelan starter, Charles Orozco. But I'm going to do what I always do and flip through the list here just to kind of get my... Actually, there is that guy out of Taiwan. Is that guy out of Taiwan. But hey, I have potential generational talent out of Japan that at any opportunity I'll be making the full court press for. I mean, that's a guy, if he's as good as advertised, you'll be seeing me give him $40 million a season in free agency down the road. So the good news is there is at least a player of that talent level available. I didn't get him out of the drafts, but at least he exists. I was starting to be worried that players like that weren't going to exist. So I have hope in that sense. I was not blessed by RNGesus with the draft lottery, though. So that really sucks. So in the meantime, I get to remember to keep doing Venezuela to glory. In the meantime. So, Anthony Chow. Who else do I have here on my board of eligibility? An Australian, Reed McGuinness. I didn't even get to look at him. Ichiro Masa. Another Australian starter, Bert Cavello. Carmen Cordero. Holy Venezuela. There are so many Venezuelans. It's the best. Venezuela to glory. And South Dakota. I should be allowed to take people out of South Dakota. I got a couple of Dutch options here. I'm almost at the end of my list, and I still have 2 minutes. That's not bad. Netherlands for Jeff Worth. Venezuela for Orozco. All right, so for me, it's either the risky pick of William Shin at shortstop. There is a chance, because he's projected 39th, that he might fall to round 2. There's no chance that Orozco falls. When is my next pick after this? 40th. Fuck. If that's accurate. I don't think it is, because it said you had 40 and 41 as well. When is my next pick? 37th. There is a chance that William Shin falls to me at 37. I have no choice but to try and go for the double of hoping that Shin's still available. I have to go for Charles Orozco. So I am taking the starter. Welcome in the newest merman, Charles Orozco. You're the guy I wanted the whole time, Charlie, I promise. So I'll see if William Shin's still there. But yeah, pick number 37 is next. I'm going to sim through the first round like we've been doing. Shin is gone. He went 24th to Cincinnati. Again, sucks I didn't get him. He exists. And if he exists and he's good, that means I can try to get him in the future. Marvin Duarte. Venezuela. The overall could be low, but that potential is spicy. Also 21-year-old German starter Jared Hayes. Martin Torres. Jesus Christ, I actually have available people. My next pick after this is 42. I feel like I should go for the closer, because closers normally go... If I could get Duarte and Hayes, that'd be pretty damn good. Might get some people later on in this draft, too. There's some talent in this draft. I'm not going to be able to get all of them. I'm just glad they exist. For me, it's got to be Marvin Duarte. So, Marvin, welcome in to the Mermen. Happy to have you here. That means chat is up next at picks 40 and 41. Thank you, Crashy. I'm glad you exist, too. Ichiro Amasa off the board early for me. Fuck. Again, he exists. I might be able to get him later. He exists. It's fine. So for chat, 6th ranked Ahmad Munoz, according to your scouts. There's also reliever Frank Small, 70 to a 95. 75 to 90 for closer Derek Hope out of Jamaica. Overall range, by the way, is a 73 to an 88 for this guy. There's Ryan Crook out of Texas. High risk, high reward. Joe Maloney, high risk, high reward. I mean, that's a lot of what it is right now is high risk, high reward. Chat really likes to look at Derek Hope. I wouldn't blame you for going after Derek Hope here. That overall could be insane. Going once on the Jamaican-born Derek Hope. All right, going twice and sold. Chat goes for Derek Hope. And again, you have back-to-back picks. That guy's probably going to be insane for you. So next up, again, you still have Munoz, Small, Crook, Maloney. Someone like Quinn Milton's there as well. And then you start to get out of the range of where guys were projected in the first round, and it's just a shitload of high-risk, high-reward players. A shitload of them. Going like Jacob Nix. A lot of love for Munoz right now. He's 18 years old. Like, there's a chance he could be fantastic. Any disagreement on going for the reliever, Ahmad Munoz? Going once for Munoz. Going twice. Bertram Barnett's a hell of a name. That's a good name. Sold on Munoz. Chat gets some tremendous bullpen help in theory. I'm up next at 42. Yes. Okay, the starter I needed to still be there is there. Going for the German, Jared Hayes. I will take that. I'm a little bit worried about where his overall is going to be, but I got to risk it. Jared, welcome in to the Mermen. All right, the next pick is you guys at the start of round 3. So again, we won't have too much time to decide who you're going for. But here we go. High risk, high reward, Reggie Ungerer. Anthony Bond's a little bit lower. 80 to 99, Tyrone Ray as a catcher. He's 22, but if that overall's higher, he could be fantastic. Michael Gilly, high risk, high reward. Any disagreement on Tyrone Ray? There's Ezra Bonilla. Super high risk, high reward at 19. Chat seems to want Ray. The catcher, Tyrone Ray. Out of New York. He is not a super low overall. He could be a great player for you guys. Tyrone off to Vancouver. For me at 3, let's see. Rico Cabrera. Not bad. Robert Fujita at 23. That scares me. Kazuhito Yamazaki. Luke Gehringer in center field. When's my next pick? Not until he's projected to go. I think I'm going to have to risk it for Luke Gehringer. I do like the look of Esteban Reyes as well. I mean, my scouts like Rico Cabrera more. I got 30 seconds here. The potential range scares me a bit, but his overall is probably decent. His stamina could be insane. I got to go for Gehringer. I got to go for the long shot here. So Luke Gehringer out of Germany. Welcome to the Mermen. Chat's up next at pick 107. Got to look for new people. You can't take Fujita. Abraham Elias, 60 to a 91. 60 to a 94 for Antonio Samuel at third. I mean, Sashin's there as well. 60 to a 94, shortstop Andreas Rosa. 57 to a 91, Art Prater. 65 to 99, Odell Martin. That's pretty much what it is. All of them are eligible for you. What do you guys think? All of them are high risk, high reward, pretty much. Elias seems to be getting the shout as a reliever. And he's the guy. Another reliever for chat as they are determined to build up their bullpen. For me, Robert Fujita. Anthony Chow is available. 70 to a 91. Ooh, Alex Reyna later on. He's a pretty big risk. Frank Reyes. Daniel Chavez. I mean, the question is, do I take people solely off of high-listed potentials? I do think Fujita could be good, but he's 23. God, that guy's overall is going to suck, though. Good potential, be damned. Reyes, if he's like a 52, could be really good, but otherwise, that's a risk. Okay, maybe I don't take those guys that early. Fujita being 23 scares me, but he is like the only guy left that my scouts think was top 100 worthy. I'll go for Robert Fujita here. It's a bit of a risk, but I'll trust my scouts. Welcome in, Robert. We go to round 5 for chat. None of those players from before are still there. 65 to 89, 61 to 92, 80 to 99 for Reyna, but he's mine. Venezuela. Says Carrillo, 61 to 92. O'Connor, 65 to 99. That guy's unavailable to you. 59 to 93 for Aguilar. 59 to 93 for Daryl Steffen. 59 to 93 for Reggie Leone. That's pretty much that. So again, there's Carrillo, Charles O'Connor, Steven Aguilar, Daryl Steffen, Reggie Leone. What do you guys think? You got 17 seconds. A shout for Charles O'Connor at first base. 2 shouts for O'Connor. O'Connor looks like he's going to be the guy. That's a pretty good player to risk it on. Yeah, O'Connor's the guy. On his way to the couve. For me, wow, Chow is still there, huh? Ranked 115. Easily the highest ranking of anybody left. I'll trust it. Anthony Chow. Out of Japan, come on down. I'm going to trust my scouts' opinions here. Again, Reyna, I'm hoping he'll be available in the next round. If not, again, at least he's out there. Could always end up with him in the future if he is worth it. Here we go for chat. Whoops. Well, my bad on that, chat. You did get an eligible player. I forgot to fucking hit right trigger. If you want to make good, let me know, because I did fuck it up. At least it's in the 6th round. I thought I was on your, fucking logo. He's honestly not that bad of a pick either. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you want to make good, that's fine. I'll just take like the worst player. Reyes, 76 to a 94. 79 to a 95 for Chavez. You're so disadvantaged. It's okay. Well, it's got to be. I mean, Espinoza could be decent. I got 10 seconds to decide here. It's got to be Frank or Reyes at second. So, welcome in, Frankie boy. And that is it for this draft. We will still have to see how good these guys are. But today will forever be known as the day that the draft lottery and the Colorado Rockies broke my goddamn heart.